Dear August, tell me that there's light at the end of all this starless night. Dear August, please don't let me fall, 'cause I don't know where this road is headed.
Hey guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Dear August by Noah Cyrus and PJ Harding. And this is a great song. It's very reminiscent of July. It almost feels like a sequel to that song. So for the basics of this song, you'll just need your guitar and standard tuning and you won't need a capo. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar in general, then sign up to GZ2H Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Let's jump into the lesson. I just want to start off by saying that the chords to this song are pretty simple. However, it's all the little intricacies and techniques like muted strumming that really make this song shine. And those concepts will be a little trickier for the beginners out there, but it's something that you can work towards. So as we progress through this lesson, I'm going to teach you the basic way of playing these parts, and then I'm going to layer the complexities on top of that. So you can choose to play things in an easier way, or you can choose to add the complexities. All right, so let's start with the intro. Now, I've got just one line of chords here, and it's just based around an A minor chord shape really, but we do have some single notes here. So I'm going to start by teaching you the basic way of doing it, and this will be with the pick. But in the actual song, the strumming is actually with the fingers, but I'm going to teach you with the pick because it's just a little easier for the basic version. So to start off, we just have muted strums. So we're going to have 6 muted strums here, and then on the last 2 down strums of this sequence, we're going to hit the open 6th string and then the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So that's indicated with the 0 and the 3. Now remember, the first 6 down strums are muted strums. So what you can do is just rest your fingers over the strings. So when you strum, it's just that muted sound. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to an A minor, and then we're going to start with the down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. So this continues for 2 bars in the strumming pattern you see below, but on the highlighted notes, that's where we go to the 0, 3 on the 6th string. So for the A minor, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4. And then for the final A minor, we're doing that strumming pattern up until the 1 beat. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and you can do just a muted strum on that 4 end if you want to. That's not necessary, but it is included in the song. So the intro sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so that's the basic way of playing it, but in the actual recording, the strumming is done with the fingers. Now, the strumming is also muted as well. So you're going to use the side of your palm here to rest lightly on the edge of the bridge. And when you strum, you just want to focus on the top 2 or 3 bass notes of the chord. So for the A minor, for example, it will just be the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. Everything else will essentially remain the same, but we're just palm muting our strumming, so it sounds like this. The other thing to note is that on the 2 and 4 beats throughout basically this whole song, for a lot of it, the muted strum will actually be somewhat of a muted slap as well. So to do that, you'll just need to really accent that strum. So 1 and 2, and notice how I'm giving that muted strum a bit more power. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that will help drive the beat throughout the song. So with the fingers strummed and with the accenting on the 2 and the 4 beats, this is what the intro will sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so next we get to the verse, and let's start with the basic way of playing it. Now, there's just 2 lines of chords here, and they're identical, but the first way and the second way we're playing it, there's just going to be some slight tweaks to the strumming patterns. So for the first line of chords, we have A minor, then C/B. So just lift your middle and ring finger and put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And ideally, if you can, mute the 4th string with your middle finger lying across the top. And then we go to a C, and then we go to an F chord. So it's the same as the C chord, just moving your ring and middle finger down 1 string. And we're strumming from the 4th string here. Or alternatively, you can do this F chord if you want as well. But in the song, it's just this small F chord. And then we go back to a C and a C/B. Now, for the first 2 chords, the A minor to the C/B, we're doing a continuous down, up strumming pattern. But on the 3 and the 4 beat, we're just doing down strums. And on that final 4 beat, we'll change to the C/B. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then when we go to a C, we're just doing a continuous down, up strumming pattern for 2 bars. Same with the F chord. And then for the C to C/B, we return back to that first strumming pattern. So we're going to change on that final down strum. So the first line of chords sounds like this. 4. Now for the second line of chords, it's almost identical, except for the C to the C/B, our strumming pattern changes a little bit. So we're going to strum up until the next 1 beat. So the C chord's going to continue, but we're going to pause on the 1 beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, and on the 3 and 4 beat, we're going to do 2 more down strums. So 1 more on the C and then 1 on the C/B. So the final chords for this verse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And in total for the verse, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, Alright, so now let's add some complexity. So if we want to play it in a similar way as the studio recording, we're going to need to use our fingers to strum. Again, all the strumming is going to kind of be muted. So having your palm on the edge of the bridge, just like here, to get that sort of muffled sound is what you want. And on the 2 and the 4 beats, this is where we generally want to do accented strums. The only exception here is when we're transitioning from our A minor to our C/Bs, or from our C to our C/Bs. So with the muted strumming, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the second line of chords is pretty much the same, with the exception of those last 2 chords where the strumming pattern changes a tiny bit. Now let's add another layer of complexity, and this is hammer-ons for the C and the F chord in the middle of these lines of chords. So for this C and F chord, on the 2 beat where we accent, what you can do is actually hammer on your middle finger into place. So for example, on the C chord, the first 2 beat, we're going to just quickly lift our middle finger and hammer onto place. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we can do the same with the F chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's another layer of complexity you can add. And those can be thrown in here and there, or you can leave them out if you want to. So the verse in total with the hammer-ons and with the palm muting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we get to the pre-chorus, and the chords are identical to the verse. The only thing that's going to change here are the strumming patterns and the point at which we're going to change chords. So for the first A minor to the C/B, we're just going to continuously do a down, up, down, up, down, up, but where we change is now going to be on the 3 beat. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and the C and the F are identical, but with the F, instead of doing the small F, do the full F. You can do that as a bar chord, or you can do that like this by reaching your thumb over the top to hit the first fret of the 6th string and your other fingers in place. So those are the same, but the last C to the C/B differs a little bit. So we're going to do the down, up, down, up, down, up until the 4 beat, hold that out, and then the last 2 down strums is C, C/B. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So the pre-chorus, easy with the pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now with just fingers strumming and accenting on the 2 and the 4 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add those little hammer-ons to the C and the F in this as well. So that's it for the pre-chorus, and now we move on to the chorus. Now for chorus number 1 and 3, we have 2 lines of chords here. Our first line of chords is very familiar because it's similar to the verse in the pre-chorus. So A minor to C/B, C, F, C, back to C/B. But again, in this song, the points at which we change chords are gonna just change a tiny bit. So for the A minor to the C/B, it's going to be on that 3 beat. So similar to what we had in the pre-chorus. Then we have a full strumming pattern of this C, F, and then we go back to C and C/B. Now for this strumming pattern, we're changing to the C/B on the 1 beat here. So each chord gets a full bar. So the first line of chords, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... For our second line of chords, we start off the same, the A minor, the C/B to the C. Then for our next strumming pattern, we have the small F, the C, and the C/ all contained within the 1 strumming pattern. So we start on the F, and that's played for the full bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to the C for half a bar and the C/B for half a bar. So again, just refer to the strumming patterns below to see where you need to change chords. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to our A minor, and we're going to do something similar to what we had in the intro, where we have the open 6th string, 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then back to the A minor. So we just have the A minor up until the 3 beat, where we go the open note, and then the 4 beat we have the 3rd fret, and then we hit the A minor again. So just that last bit, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you want to play it more like the actual recording, then we're going to have to do muted strumming and accents on the 2 and the 4 beats. And you can add those hammer-ons on those 2 beats as well. So with the muted strumming, the chorus 1 and 3 will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4, 1 and So that's it for chorus 1 and 3. Now for chorus number 2, it's pretty much the same except our final A minor differs a little bit. For this last A minor, it's actually going to be played basically throughout until the 3 and the 4 beat where we hit the 0 and 3 on the open 6th string. So for chorus 2, just the last little bit sounds like this from the F chord. And then we get into the bridge. And the bridge is quite simple because it's just the same as the first line of chords of the chorus. So nothing really new to learn there. So as I said, this is all pretty easy. Like the chords are all easy, but the tricky part is knowing when the chords change, and there's a few variations throughout the song. And of course, on top of that is that added complexity of doing the hammer-ons in certain parts. But you can keep it super basic. You can use a guitar pick as well if you want, if that muted strumming and the accenting is too hard for you. So just take it slow. I would rewind to the different parts in this lesson just so you can get a feel and a grasp of where those chord changes occur, and then see them in the context of the song in the playthrough that I'm about to show you. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. Big thanks to my friends Nada and Eric for lending their awesome vocals to this playthrough, and feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
They told me the love is patient, but it never wants to wait on my drunk heart. So I take all of my wasted love and turn it into wine, into wine, into wine in my cup. Oh, dear August, tell me that there's light at the end of all this starless night. Dear August, please don't let me fall, 'cause I don't know where this road is headed anymore. Fading, now the summer heat is fading. I spend every evening praying for the dawn. Save me, looking for someone to save me. Give me everything you gave me, but yours gone. So I take all of my wasted love and turn it into wine, into wine, into wine in my cup. Oh, dear August, tell me that there's light at the end of all this starless night. Dear August, please don't let me fall,
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here. Or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.